Wellspring. We're closing in on the conclusion of this series through the Sermon on the Mount we've called Words and Ways. We spent our whole summer here in this passage, the Sermon on the Mount, and I hope during this series you've been able to focus your mind and your heart like the disciples did at the feet of Jesus on the words we've read, as Jesus has painted a picture of the kingdom of heaven and the ways he's outlined for us to live and relate as his followers. I said at the beginning of this series that Jesus really isn't teaching us like a Western academic would, right? Giving us maybe lists of things that we should perform, facts for us to memorize. He's teaching us like a first century rabbi, right? He wants us to struggle and wrestle with what he's saying as he's painting this portrait of the kingdom of heaven and really painting this portrait of himself. And hopefully as you've struggled or as you've wrestled with his teachings, you've seen some family resemblance, right? Of being in the family of God. Hopefully you've seen some of that family resemblance and even some areas where Jesus needs to change and maybe make us new from the inside out. And that's certainly my hope for this morning as we jump into it. So if you have your Bibles, and I hope you do, turn with me in Matthew chapter number 6. We will begin reading in verse number 25, and they'll have it on the screen for you to follow along also as we lean in together this morning. Jesus is still speaking, and he says, "Therefore I tell you, do not worry about your life, what you will eat or drink, or about your body, what you will wear. Is not life more than food, and the body more than clothes? Look at the birds of the air. They do not sow or reap or stow away in barns, and yet your heavenly Father feeds them. Are you not much more valuable than they? Can any one of you, by worrying, add a single hour to your life? And why do you worry about clothes? See how the flowers of the field grow. They do not labor or spin. Yet I tell you that not even Solomon in all his splendor was dressed like one of these. If that is how God clothes the grass of the field, which is here today and tomorrow is thrown into the fire, will he not much more clothe you, you of little faith? So do not worry, saying, what shall we eat, or what shall we drink, or what shall we wear? For the pagans run after all these things, and your heavenly Father knows what you need. But seek first his kingdom and his righteousness, and all these things will be given to you as well. Therefore, do not worry about tomorrow, for tomorrow will worry about itself. Each day has enough trouble of its own." There's a lot of wisdom here in what we just wrote. I talked last week about how Jesus is starting to make a shift in his teaching, going through different ways that we can practice righteousness, talking about purpose, talking about happiness, talking about satisfaction. And he's starting to make his descent as we get to the conclusion of the Sermon on the Mount. And there's a lot of wisdom in what he's saying. And really what we're going to look at today is two different pillars of this teaching, the passage that we just read. The first one, do not worry about your life. And then the second, seek first his kingdom and his righteousness. So let's start with, do not worry about your life. Okay, that was easy. Thanks, Jesus. Really appreciate that, right? The stock market had a huge sell-off this week. Futures are uncertain. I think that's what the guy said on the news. I'm confused about who the president is at the moment. I don't know if that's good or bad. I don't know what that means at all. I also heard the bubble is about to pop. Which bubble? I don't know. I think there's multiple ones. I don't know if they all pop at the same time or if one pops, the other doesn't, or what that means. I'm not sure. But I hear that the bubble's going to pop. There's a bunch of things going on with the Olympics. I don't know if I should be concerned, happy, angry. I don't know. I don't understand what's happening. Also, I don't know if you've seen the news, there's lots of wars that we're not in, but kind of in, right? So that's happening, and apparently other people are getting into it. I also, as we stand here today on Sunday morning, I don't have a lot of canned food. I don't know if I should get more canned food, or I'm okay with the canned food that I have. It seems like there's a lot that we could be worried about right now. Have you ever worried about something and then had somebody just tell you, like, hey, have you tried not worrying about it? Like, you tried that? Yeah. Hey. So it's like, is that what Jesus is doing here? Is that what Jesus is saying to us? Like, don't worry about your life. But I don't know. We can wrestle with it because it seems like the whole world is worried. Sometimes you can just feel it in the air. You know what I mean? And I think that we live in one of those times now. Here's an interesting thing I found this week about worry. It's from an organization that surveys listen to this. This organization surveys tens of thousands of people from 29 different countries around the world and posts the results monthly about how worried they should be, right? Like super helpful, right? You're like, why do you exist? Why is this a thing? I don't know, but it's a thing. Here are their findings. We have a chart that we can kind of, if you can't see it, this is over the last couple years. I'll kind of walk through a little bit if you can't see. So people weren't worried about inflation. Everything was good about that. And then all of a sudden, like in 2020, like everybody was super worried about coronavirus. And then I don't think inflation and this, I don't think they have anything in common. Or maybe they do. I don't know. But it seems like everybody's worried about inflation, crime and violence, poverty and social inequality, unemployment, financial or political corruption. You guys aren't worried about that, are you? I don't think that's a thing. And now it seems like not a whole lot of anybody's worried about coronavirus. But this listen to findings over the last couple of years of interviewing people constantly what they're worried about. I don't know what you're worried about. I don't know kind of what pops into your head, but worry is a common experience for all of us. It might not be on this list. It might be something else for you, probably something a lot more personal, a lot closer to your real life. But all of us know this. Worry, even chronic worrying and anxiety, have just become a common experience in our world today. All of us are familiar with the feeling. But I want us to be clear about something. Worry and anxiety are not the same thing. Like a lot of times, I don't know if you've ever thought about that. I just bundle those two things up into like one giant thing. But worry and anxiety are two different things. Worry is a thought in your mind, and anxiety is an emotion that is connected with those thoughts, or that those thoughts produce in us. It's not like a chicken and the egg kind of thing where you're like, which one came first? Is it anxiety or is it my thoughts? Like I'm anxious and now I'm worried, or I'm worried and then I'm anxious. It's like, no, it has a beginning. Worry comes first. It's a thought in your mind that triggers an emotion in us, right? So our worried thoughts produce that anxiety that all of us experience. But where does it come from? Like, where does it come from? But don't say the devil. That's not. I won't look at that answer. I know that's like the Sunday school answer. I probably won't be wrong if I say that one. But where does worry and anxiety came from? Like, one, it is what Jesus kind of taps into in this passage. It's our sense of worth, how we view ourselves. Jesus asks a loaded question about birds, right? And Jesus is the only person I think that could ask a loaded question about birds. But he asks a loaded question about birds, and he says, are you not much more valuable than they? But that's a real thought, maybe, that you should sit with for a second. I think Jesus asked that question on purpose. When you think about yourself, when you think about your struggles, when maybe you're thinking about your circumstances, and you might feel unseen, you might feel forgotten, you're uncertain about the future, like what does that do to your self-worth? What does that do to how you view yourself? Jesus asked a really pointed question. Are you not more valuable than the birds? And if you hesitate to answer that question, I think that we've identified a problem, right? Like that might be an issue. Because for the creator of the universe, the obvious answer is yes. That's the obvious answer. And if you doubt that, you say, well, I don't know, like I kind of feel alone, I kind of feel forgotten, like I don't feel very valuable. Like if you doubt that, I really want to let you know that your doubt is misplaced. And I would like to ask you to be brave enough to doubt those doubts that you're having about if you're valuable or not, if you're more valuable than a bird or not. Right? We've established already in this series that God sees you, that you are accepted and valued and respected and loved by God. You are not alone, right? And I'm going to say that again in case someone in here needs to hear it again, that God sees you, that you are loved, you are valued and accepted and respected by God, and you are not alone. That is where you're coming from. That's your identity. That's what God thinks about you, right? And so for a lot of us, what it boils down to, what worry boils down to, is our thoughts about the future and our lack of control of it. Right? I can think about the future, and then when I think about the future, I don't know how much of that I can control. Chronic worrying comes from this craving for control that we have, for certainty of the future. And I'm going to tell you the truth, I would love that. Like, I would love to have some sort of certainty about my tomorrow, right? Name a circumstance. I would love to be certain about it. But the truth is, it's like, that's just not how this works. That's not how it works at all. If you're like me, the more I worry, the more dramatically that worry can affect me. Here's something interesting. We, all of us, like all humans across time and culture, have the innate tendency to think about the future. We have the ability to think about the future. It's actually an amazing gift that God gives us that makes us unique, that God put in us. Because ants build ant hills, right? And birds build nests. But people, we build the future, right? And I want us to think about that just for a second. Like, an ant will build, they just build ant hills. And no ant has ever finished an ant hill and looked out at the sunset and went, wow. Do you think it's going to rain tomorrow? Like, do you think, what's going to happen? Like, they don't do that. Like, birds just build nests. Birds don't sit around and they're like, man, I'm really worried about when the eggs show up. Are we going to be able to afford, like, addition to the nest here, right? Like, they don't do that, right? But we have the innate ability to build, to think about the future, our ability to dream and imagine not just what could be, but imagine what should be for ourselves, for our children, for the future is an incredibly beautiful and sacred gift that God has given us when He made us in His image. And worry is hijacking and twisting that amazing gift that God put in us. That's what worry does. It takes this incredible thing that is unique to only us and hijacks it and twists it, not just into something ugly, but something that's detrimental to us, that sabotages our own futures. And Jesus asked us, can anyone add an hour to their lives by worrying about it? And the answer is not just no. Like, go talk to your doctor. Your doctor will tell you, actually worrying a whole lot will subtract hours from your life, not add hours to it. So what do we do now? Like what do we do with our worry? Like, we worry about what we can't control. Why? Because worry creates the illusion of control for us. That's what worry does. It creates this illusion that I'm in control of something that I'm not in control of. We're thinking and overthinking about all the possibilities, all the reactions around a certain circumstance that we have very little, if not zero, control over. But it feels like we're in control, right? It feels like we're working on it. It feels like we're being productive. It feels like we're making a difference. But research shows that the more we worry, or the more negatively we think about a circumstance, the more those threats feel real to us, right? Have you ever worried about something, and the more you think about it, the heavier it gets, and then the more you think about it, if you're like me, like, I just come up with different ways things could be terrible. Isn't that weird? Like, I never come up with different ways things could be excellent. I always come up with different ways things could just be terrible, or how much worse that this could be, right? We just replay it in our minds, sometimes uncontrollably. Like, I don't know if you've ever met anyone like that, that's just worried about everything. Like, right now, some of you are worried about worrying too much, right? Like, you're in here like, worry too much? I wonder what that's going to do to me. If he said it's going to make me lose my life or take hours off my life, I'm worried about that, right? Some of you might be worried about that right now. Jesus is teaching that our worry, will not solve anything. Your worry will not solve anything. You will not worry your way out of a circumstance that worries you. Listen, only faith can do that. You will not worry yourself out of a circumstance that worries you. Only faith can do that. In 1987, Daniel Webner, he was a psychologist at Harvard, he said this: by trying to put a worry or a thought out of our mind, it only makes worry worse. Just like when a song gets stuck in your head, you think you ought to be able to get rid of it, but you only end up making it stick more by trying to push it away. Have you ever done that? It drives me nuts, because the only songs that get stuck in my head are like whatever songs my kids are listening to all the time. And it gets in there, and I'm like, the song is stuck in my head, I'm whistling it, I'm humming it, and it's like, all right, stop whistling this song. And then there I am again, just a couple seconds later, like worry is the same thing. It'll drive you crazy. You're like, okay, I'm not going to worry about this thing. But what if this happens? This can happen. What if they say this? Or what if this, like, you cannot get worry out by saying, okay, I'm not going to worry about this anymore. Like, how do you get a song out of your head? How do you get a song out of your head? You put a new one in. That's how you get a song out of your head. You got to put a new one in. That's why Jesus uses these two pillars in this teaching together. Do not worry about your life, and then seek the kingdom of God and his righteousness. He does that on purpose, right? And here's an honest moment, right? When I tell you, like, okay, don't worry about your life, seek the kingdom of heaven and his righteousness. I want to be real honest. Seeking the kingdom of God as a solution to my worry seems idealistic, like maybe impractical. If I'm being honest, like maybe kind of impossible, if that's what I'm thinking is going to be the solution for me. Why? Because I feel like I have real concerns, right? I have real concerns. My circumstance isn't a fairy tale. This is something that's happening to me or going to happen to me, and I need real help, right? And so what I want to do is I want to quote this passage, something that Jesus said to us. You real first. Why are you demanding me? He says, your heavenly Father knows what you need. So what does this mean, and how do we do this? And how do I actually implement this into my life when it comes to worry or anxiety? I want you to write this down. Do anything you have to do to try to remember this, because I think it's worth remembering. Seek first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, meaning prioritizing love over self-protection. This is what Jesus is saying. Prioritize love over self-protection. Jesus is the embodiment of love over self-protection. All through the teaching about the law and practicing righteousness that we've gone through together, I asked us a question over and over and over again, whether it was murder and anger, whether it was adultery and lust, or oaths and lying, or vengeance and retaliation, even if it was the good stuff, talking about giving and praying and fasting. I said when Jesus fulfilled the law for us, when he fulfilled the law as us, he replaced all the law with one word: love. And the question I asked over and over and over again is, what does love require of you? And this is how you seek the kingdom of heaven and his righteousness, right? Let me ask you a different question to kind of put this into perspective. Why do we deadbolt our doors at night? Why do you deadbolt your doors at night? Why do we lock our cars and our windows and our computers? Like, why do we do that? Because there are real threats of injury and loss everywhere. Like, have you turned on the news, Brian? That's why I lock my doors. That's why I have a password on my phone and on my computer, right? Because there's real threats of injury and loss everywhere. And because of that, because of the world that we live in, because of our culture, because of our flesh, we learn to love self-protection and value self-protection over almost everything else. And here's the thing about Jesus, is that he understands and even values security, right? Like when you read the Gospels, they don't portray Jesus as reckless or blind to reality. But when Jesus steps into history and joins us in this painful, broken world, he still chooses to live with love for God and love for others above anything else. when you look at the story of Jesus, when you look at who he is, what he said, and what he did, he is the embodiment of love over self-protection. And he chose again and again and again to love God and love others above anything else, even when doing so included suffering, injury, and loss. Like, so am I up here trying to say or make a case, like, if you love Jesus, you wouldn't lock your doors, right? Like, no, that's not what I'm saying. Like, I'm not saying if you love Jesus, you wouldn't lock your doors or put a password on your computer. I'm saying that when Jesus started preaching, repent of your sins. Remember, we talked about what that word repent means. It means changing your mind, a change of mind that leads to a change of direction. When Jesus started preaching, repent of your sins and turn to God, for the kingdom of heaven is near, he saw the fulfillment of God's long-standing promise to eradicate corruption and death, to completely renew creation and forever establish a world where you love everyone and everyone loves you. That's what he saw. He saw the kingdom of heaven, right? And you say, well, that sounds nice. You mean a world where I love everybody and everybody loves me? That sounds nice, man, but that's not the world that we live in. I know that's not the world we live in. And when I read the Sermon on the Mount, I think it's because I'm too focused on wanting my own way, wanting everything for myself, and wanting to appear important. And I'm more focused on those things than being the salt of the earth or the light of the world. Right? Here's some real talk. I'll never see that world. You'll never see that world as long as that is your mindset. The reason why Jesus urges us, the message, the gospel is repent, change your mind, right? Turn to God. The kingdom of heaven is near. It's not a fairy tale. It's not far away. It's not something that you have to wait for until you're dead. It's something that's in you, that God wants to reveal in you and through you to the world around you. And as long as I'm just trapped in this thinking of wanting my own way, wanting stuff for me, and wanting you to think that I'm important, I'm never going to see that light. And neither will you. But what Jesus is talking about is real. It's good news, right? And it's closer than you think. Just take a second and imagine living in a world where you know that no one will harm you in any way. What if that was what we lived in? You live in a world that you knew no one would harm you in any way, where security doesn't come from protecting ourselves from each other, but from loving each other. You say, well, that's pie in the sky. No, it's the gospel. It's what Jesus is teaching and urging his followers to do and be. It's not a fairy tale. And we have to stop thinking about it as some distant, far-off thing that might happen when we're dead. Because Jesus is talking about it in present tense, okay? So this is how we have to think about our lives and think about the world. This is the kingdom that Jesus is describing. It's an abundant world where there's no hoarding, there's no competing for resources, there's no violence, no threats, no death, no deadbolts, no padlocks, no passwords. This is the world. This is the kingdom that Jesus is describing. Right? How would you live differently if you lived every day in a world like that? This is a question you have to ask yourself, or the reverence of it. How would you live differently if you lived in a world like that? Would you stop fighting for your own way? Would you stop trying to have everything for yourself? Would you stop trying to have more stuff and more status? Would you stop comparing yourself to other people and judging everyone who isn't you? You say, yeah, if I lived in a world like that, that would be amazing. I would love that, and I'd probably love everyone there. I read this week a quote from Billy Graham. It's just stuck in my head all week long. He said, God's job is to judge. The Holy Spirit's job is to convict. And Jesus' job is to love. And we are called to be like Jesus. But some of us try to do all three. And as long as you try to do all three, that's not your job. That's not what you're called to. You're not called to be the judge and arbiter of everything. You're not called to convict everyone everywhere of every wrong that they've ever done. You're called to love and to be like Jesus. Right? This is what he talks about when he says, seek the kingdom and his righteousness. We talked about this earlier in the series when Jesus is talking about practicing righteousness. Practicing righteousness is love, right? Your righteousness is not measured by the law. Your righteousness is measured by love. Right? And hear me, the world will give you every single reason not to love. Right? That's not new. The world will give you every single reason, time and again, not to love. The same way I give God every single reason not to love me, but he just won't stop. And that's true for you too. He just won't stop. This is what we're called to. This is the kingdom. This is what Jesus, on a hillside, looking at his disciples in the multitude and begging them to flee, repent, turn to me. The kingdom of heaven is here. It's not somewhere else. It's not far off in the future. It's here and now. Repent and believe. This is what Jesus is saying. I'm going to ask Brandon to come up as we wrap up with this idea. Seek first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, love. It says, and all these things will be added to you. Like it's important to understand that the all these things will be added to you part is not God making a promise of an exchange. Right? So if you do this stuff for me, then I'll put clothes on your back and I'll feed you. Like it's not a promise of an exchange. It's not a guarantee of prosperity. If you seek first the kingdom of God, you'll never suffer. You'll never be without. Like your life will just be super prosperous and everybody will drive a BMW. This isn't what Jesus is saying. But Jesus in the scriptures is called the man of sorrows. He's acquainted with grief. He knew what poverty and what hunger felt like. He experienced betrayal and violence. It killed him, but he never once was insecure. When you read the Gospels, he is certain that God is in control and that his life is in God's hands. You and I are called to imitate Jesus, to be like him. He was certain that his life was in God's hands and that God was in control. He didn't embrace worry. He didn't embrace anxiety. He didn't embrace self-protection or accumulating things. And when I look at them, I say, how do you live that type of life? Worry is a way to look at the future. And so is hope. Hope is also a way to look at the future. So you just got to see. Worry is the way to look at the future, so is hope. Hope is confident expectation that God will come through. You don't get to decide what that looks like. Expect with confidence. I know God will come through. So hope is like love. Like it's not dependent on your current circumstances. Love isn't dependent on your current circumstances. Hope isn't dependent on your current circumstances. It's not dependent on if things are good or bad, or if things are how you like them. Hope isn't dependent on the absence of pain or suffering or even loss. Hope is dependent on the object that it is placed in. And for us in this room, here and now, we hope in God. That's the choice that I want us to make today. When it comes to worry, when it comes to seeking the kingdom, how are you going to look at the future? Worry, why? Why should I look at it this way? This is what I said earlier. Because he has proven power to exist, even when I give every reason not to. We won't start looking. And that's how I want to. So with your heads bowed and your eyes closed this morning, when it comes to worry, I don't know your circumstances, I don't know the things that you dealt with this past week, I certainly don't know what you're going to look at tomorrow. But right now, in this moment, or in this moment, where's your faith? You can't worry yourself out of a situation that worry. Where's your who I'm investigating. I'm trying to figure out is this real. I would love to talk with you. I would love to pray with you. There's a book that I can put in your hand that we can go through together over the next couple of weeks and figure out really this is what following Jesus is all about. Maybe you want to make that decision today. Maybe following Jesus in baptism, identifying with him, his death, burial, and resurrection, the life and freedom that we receive by being sons and daughters of God through Christ. I love that. But ultimately, for each and every one of us, being a follower of Jesus without imitating him. And when he stepped into a broken world, time and again, he told us over self-protection, worry, anxiety, because he had hope. All of it in him. The second thing is commit to being changed by Jesus. Just want to let you know, man, you're not going to perform yourself out of worry. You're not going to perform yourself into health. You're not going to perform yourself into peace, into prosperity, all the things that you might be longing for. You don't perform yourself into those things. Jesus changes us from the inside out. So maybe today you can commit to being changed by Jesus. You say, I have a worried heart. Give it to him. I'm worried about what he'll do with it. Commit to being changed by Jesus. And the last one is to commit to the mission of Jesus. His kingdom is established here on earth, in us, and through us, to the world around us. And it's revealed on this hope. You want to be the salt of the earth. You want to be the light of the world. It's the hope in us that God will never leave us. He'll never forsake us. He always comes through. That doesn't mean the circumstances are perfect. It means He is. And the hope of His it draws them into the same kingdom, life, and freedom that is available to you this morning. Commit to that type of hope. Father, we love you. We're grateful for your goodness and love to us. Love that is unconditional. That even I give you every reason in the world not to love you, not to be formal, not to be faithful,